In 1959, a new doll made by Mattel reached toy store shelves. Her creators, Ruth and Elliot Handler, named her after their young daughter, Barbara, or Barbie. She was a long-limbed, shapely doll, about 11.5 inches tall. She was unlike any other doll on the market because she was an adult, not a toddler or a baby. She portrayed a flourishing young person who was full of ambition, had lots of supportive friends, and had choices. But because of Barbie's bodily measurements, her aesthetic characteristics, and the accessories that accompanied her, Barbie was blamed for giving girls a poor self-image, materialistic thoughts, and false perceptions of beauty. Contrary to those perceptions, living the Barbie fantasy is not a bad dream for young girls to aspire to. If she were alive, Barbie would be about 7 feet tall, have a waistline of 18 inches, and a bust line of 38 to 40 inches. In fact, she would have to walk on all fours just to support her peculiar measurements. But the fact is, she is a fictional character. Like SpongeBob and Mickey Mouse, she is fake. As children grow older, they realize that Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny are not real, just as they do Barbie. So how is Barbie charged for giving children a poor self-image? She was not made to be a real-life role model. That is what our family, friends, and teachers are for. A doll cannot be a good role model for any child, regardless of the mold it is made from. A doll simply cannot help you find the right answer to a problem, help with real-life issues, or give you advice in a situation. Only a living, breathing, reasoning human can have the characteristics of a role model. Next, Barbie is an adult. Most dolls resemble babies or toddlers, encouraging the child who is playing with it to nurture it. When children play with Barbie, they can focus on grown-up activities, and they foster a sense of creativity. Barbie makes adulthood look fun, exciting, and desirable. Children can use their imaginations to make Barbie complete any task. Nothing is impossible for them. Further, Barbie works to stop typical stereotyping of women. Female stereotypes are that of a stay-at-home mom, especially in the era that Barbie was made. Before Barbie, there had never been a doll with an adult career before. The influence of Barbie seems to be such a big issue, but the only dolls created before and since are predominantly baby dolls. These dolls require feeding, diaper changing, and baths. When the first doll you receive is a baby doll, what message does that send? The message is that little girls should become mothers. Barbie, on the other hand, offers a number of different lives and careers to choose from. She is well-rounded, successful, and her focus is on her own well-being and betterment of the world around her. Barbie has choices, and doing valuable work builds self-esteem. In the past 50 years, Barbie has had over 100 careers. She can achieve anything she sets her mind to through the eyes of the child playing with her. Initially in 1959, Barbie was a fashion model, but as she progressed, she began getting jobs as a babysitter, a nurse, and a student teacher by the early 1960s. Barbie was a college graduate long before the women's liberation movement. Since then, she has broken the glass ceiling into many other wardrobe-appropriate occupations, including police officer, paleontologist, NASCAR race driver, Air Force jet pilot, and astronaut. She became a physician in the mid-70s and has had careers as a surgical nurse, surgeon, dentist, and pediatrician. She has sung at the Grand Ole Opry and played basketball in the WNBA. Also, in 2004, a Barbie for President doll was launched, promoting 3 primary issues important to girls. Barbie wanted to create world peace, help the homeless and the poor, and help take care of animals. Barbie partnered with the White House Project, a national nonpartisan organization dedicated to advancing women's leadership. According to the Russell Aarons, the Vice President of Marketing at Mattel, Barbie is the ultimate ambassador for girls, and her bid for the presidency reinforced the idea that it is never too soon to get involved and have your voice heard. Barbie also had an extensive background and experience that made her an ideal candidate, including serving in the military, acting as a UNICEF ambassador, and being a teacher. In correlation with her success, Barbie accumulated a wardrobe to match each occupation. So how does that promote materialism or materialistic thoughts? Barbie is much too busy donating her time to others to think materialistically. Although Barbie never married and had children, she surrounded herself with loved ones. Barbie has had a long-term relationship with Ken, 6 brothers and sisters, and countless friends. Although she has a boyfriend, Barbie was never dependent upon Ken. In fact, Ken wasn't even manufactured until 3 whole years after the release of Barbie. Barbie's value doesn't come from being with him. she has a solid sense of self. Ken was not necessary for the sales of Mattel. He was simply made to be one of Barbie's many friends. In correlation with Barbie's success, she got dream homes, boats, and cars that were put on the market for children to use and enjoy. Barbie does not promote a false sense of beauty because beauty comes from within. She is comfortable in her own skin, just as young girls should be. The perfect body is the body God gave them, not the body of some perfectly molded plastic doll. Barbie is a much safer and less destructive image for children to see, as opposed to what they see in video games, on the internet, and on television these days. In conclusion, the sales of Barbie dolls have promoted a strong sense of self, betterment of the community, stressed the importance of getting an education and getting a good job, and the wonderful benefits of family and friends. Barbie is a positive role model for girls of all ages because she promotes leadership and poise. Thank you.
We have to walk.